SASCO, the ANC Youth League, and equally YCL responds as follows with a memorandum that reads, the memorandum bears reference to the demands reflected by our constituency, students and allied organizations in the form of the Progressive Youth Alliance, relating to the immediate operations of the cafeteria here. It is but a cry of concern to every student enrolled within the institution to experience non-satisfying services owing to the elements that can only be influenced by the motives in the form of imperialism at the expense of sons and daughters of the working class. Comrades, it cannot be that at this point in time we still experience these sons and daughters coming from impoverished backgrounds to experience exorbitant prices charged by this cafeteria. Comrades, we as the PYA in the Northwest University, we remain resolute in ensuring that the student interests are represented unapologetically. We would like to call this to be taken very serious, because if these demands that we are going to read out are not met, we are going to respond with a mass demonstration, which is not going to be as lenient as this one. We are going to be very radical with our approach, and it is not going to be nice. I'm reading the demand, comrades. Number one, comrades, what we want to be seeing being addressed is the management of the cafeteria consulting students on a regular basis to can understand our concerns, to can understand our grievances, in order to understand and implement the remedial actions of our concerns. Number two, we are never going to shy away from the point of the need for reduced prices. This is a concern that we can't shy away from. The prices of this cafeteria need to be adjusted to can accommodate each and every student, those that use bursaries and those who do not have bursaries. Point number three, we are going to, remember comrades, that we are going to submit this memorandum equally to the management of the NWU. We are going to submit it to Professor Davana Maselesele. So we are saying that the office of Professor Davana Maselesele must appoint someone who will make an assessment on the foods that are being sold in this particular institution. We are saying that equally, the management of the cafeteria must make its own assessment. And equally, the PYA will appoint someone to make an assessment of this particular nature. Point number four, comrades, we are saying that this particular student center must allow for the possibility of competitors to can participate. What we are saying is that that particular canteen must be closed and a competitor must be employed in that particular canteen to can compete with this particular cafeteria. We are saying that, comrades, we must allow for the flexibility. We must allow for the management to can realize more premises for participation in the cafeteria and our day-to-day needs. Point number five, comrades, we are saying that the cafeteria must give the students a discretion to can choose the type of foods that are varied, type of foods that are not exorbitant in prices, types of food that can accommodate us in terms of preferences. Point number 6, we are saying that the contract of the cafeteria needs to be reviewed from time to time so that we allow different particular individuals to can participate in terms of being empowered, in terms of being capacitated. We can't have a cafeteria or an institution that keeps empowering one person, whereas we have a majority of people who are impoverished. Nothing about the operation of this cafeteria speaks to the empowerment of our people. Yes. Point number 7. We are saying that this particular cafeteria management must ensure that we realize a hygiene environment. We can't have a student center whereby we don't feel comfortable when we are going to sit and dine in here. We want a very clean cafeteria which is maintained from time to time. You can see behind you, comrades, that there are people who just ate there and the matter is not being addressed. There are people who just ate at the table behind and the matter is not being addressed. Lastly but not least, comrades, we're saying that the cafeteria must realize a social responsibility. Reason for saying this is because come January, comrades, a lot of our students will be financially excluded, while we have companies that extract millions away from this campus. We want those companies to participate in ensuring that they take some of our students to school. They register some of our students. Because the reality is that theirs is but to make a fortune out of this institution. Theirs is not an assistance to us. So we're saying that failure to meet some of these demands or a correspondence of this particular demand in a period of 5 days will result in a mass demonstration, which is not going to be as lenient as this one. Manda!